Hello friends, welcome back to A Good Life Farm. So in a recent video, I shared two of my seasoning blend recipes for Creole seasoning and for Cajun seasoning. And these are seasoning blends that I have in my kitchen all the time. I use them for all sorts of different things. Of course, you can find these on my website, and I'll put a link down below for that video if you're interested. Today, I am bringing you into the kitchen to make another seasoning blend, and while those ones have a bit of a kick to them, this is more of an all-purpose kind of seasoning. I use it for all sorts of things. I use it for seasoning chicken. I use it in some pasta dishes. It's just one of those seasonings that if you're making something and it needs a little something, you can throw in some all-purpose seasoning. And so I'm going to pull out all the ingredients and we will make that. So for my all-purpose seasoning, I'm actually going to do a double batch of it. So I'm just going to give you the measurements as I do them. So I'm going to start off with a tablespoon of sea salt. I'm going to do 2, of course. A tablespoon of paprika. A tablespoon of garlic powder. Two teaspoons of black pepper. One and a half teaspoons of cayenne pepper. I almost messed myself up. I only did the 2 teaspoons of the black pepper. I'm doubling this batch, so let me add 2 more in real quick. Alright, the cayenne pepper. Let me do the other half. I'm getting myself all discombobulated here, aren't I? Alright, a teaspoon and a half of thyme, times 2. Actually, times 2 is a tablespoon. So, teaspoon and a half of thyme. We'll just do this so I don't mess myself up. Teaspoon and a half of onion powder, or a tablespoon for a double. And then finally, a teaspoon and a half of oregano, or a tablespoon for a double. All right, there we go. Look at all those gorgeous layers of all those different flavors in there. So we're just gonna put on the lid and we're gonna shake it all together. And that is it. Homemade all-purpose seasoning. Now, with all of my homemade seasonings, many of them, or most of them, do contain salt. If you are on a salt-restricted diet, making your own seasoning blends gives you the ability to control how much salt is in there. When you are making these blends, the Cajun one, the Creole one, or this all-purpose seasoning, you could actually completely omit the salt if you wanted to do that, to give you even further control over the amount of sodium that goes into your food. You could use the seasoning as it is and then simply add salt to each individual recipe. So making your own seasoning blends really gives you a little bit more control over what is going into your food. And you know, when it comes to like the Creole and the Cajun seasoning, or even the all-purpose seasoning, you can control the amount of heat that is in there by increasing or reducing the amount of cayenne pepper. You could add a little bit more garlic, whatever you like. It really allows you to adapt it to your taste and to the taste of your family. So as always, if you would like to make this recipe, you can get a printable version of it on my website. I have several other seasoning recipes, as you saw, the Cajun and the Creole one, and there's a few others as well. You can find that in the pantry section of my website, agoodlifefarm.com. And if you aren't already subscribed to my email newsletter, be sure to sign up while you're there, or you can get the link to that in the video description on YouTube. That is the best way to stay up to date on everything happening here at A Good Life Farm, both on the YouTube channel as well as on the website. And then you'll never miss a thing. And while you're over there on the website, check out my almost 800 other recipes. There are so many different things to choose from. Everything from stew to pancakes, slow cooker recipes, cakes, pies, you name it, it's over there. It's pretty much everything home cooking. So that is it for today. Thanks for joining me here again in the Homestead Kitchen. My name is Constance at A Good Life Farm, and I'll talk to y'all next time.